Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for your entertainment. We are the Red Hot Underdogs. Welcome to episode 30. Believe it or not, it's 30. I am Anzac, and with me tonight is the ever incredible, long contained, often imitated, never duplicated. Please put your hands together for Rui.
Hey, buddy. Welcome to the podcast that has about as much purpose as a motorbike with air conditioning.
Oh, yeah. Well, can you get helmets with air conditioning now? I wouldn't be surprised. Or,
I don't know.
The air conditioning.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you know what?
Yeah.
There's a hell of a lot to unpack here today.
Yeah.
So we'll throw all the formalities out the window.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a few NRL scores.
Yeah. Yes, please.
And then we'll jump right in. So the Cowboys beat the Tigers 48-30.
Thrashed. Well, not thrashed, yeah, but good win.
But, comprehensively enough. The Eels beat the Warriors 30-20. So that gives them a bit of breathing room from the wooden spoon.
Yep.
The Roosters beat the poor old Dolphins 40-34. Not the poor old Dolphins, but they're now out of the 8.
Yeah, and they were up at half time though, or it was I think it was even at I watched.
Yeah, it was a fairly close game, but you just get the feeling that the Dolphins are starting to taper off right now.
Yeah,
unfortunately. The big one. The Titans 46 beat the Broncos 18.
And if Broncos were like had a speck of a chance last week,
finished,
done and done,
completely fit. Their season is over.
Right, that's great.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm stoked with that. Dragons 18 beat the Storm 16.
How did that happen? Yeah. Did
interesting.
Yeah.
It's amazing. No, the Dragons actually played very well. You got to give it to them there. The Storm didn't play particularly badly. It's just that the Dragons really showed up. And an interesting fact, this is the first time that the Dragons have beaten Melbourne down there since 1999.
90, or as our mate Paul Vecchio likes to say 1999.
Yeah, 1999. Get your kilo prawns. And the Sharks.
A kilogram of prawns.
Sharks beat the Rabbitohs 20-6. And the Penrith Panthers still yet to play the Knights. And the Bulldogs are still yet to play the Raiders.
Well, that's the big one. That's the big one there.
Yeah.
Manly, like they're a threat, Raiders to us, kind of. More. Yeah, they are. And I think. Well, now you've gone through them. Who are you going for? Like, I know Manly's still in it, but
Manly are on 27 points in 6th place. I will say this about the table. For me, the extreme cutoff on any point scheme on the table is 22 points. If you're below 22 points on the table, you won't be able to make the semi-finals.
Yep, Gonskis. Yep. So
see you later, Brisbane.
See you later,
See you later, Warriors.
See you later, Warriors. But having said that, Manly's not a sure thing to make the 8. Can we?
No, that's right. Because that's the wonderful thing about this year is that the table is so close. It's so absolutely razor airtight that nobody really has too much breathing room apart from maybe the Storm and the Panthers. But in saying that, you're right. It's very close. Nobody's a sure thing.
And the Rooters will get there too.
Yeah, they'll get there too. But for a lot of people, it's a week-to-week proposition.
Should we? You want to just say who you think will make the top 8? Who do you think it'll be? Who do you think will be top 4 and the next 4?
I might save that for next week.
Okay, next week. Yeah, because we got Olympics. We got plenty.
Yeah,
We got gold medals.
yeah. I'll have a better idea next week. Give us a
Okay,
week
we'll
to
think
think
about
about
it.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting on to the Olympics. Australia, phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Coming fourth. Like,
Huge.
this is unbelievable. A week on.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You know,
Crazy little Australia.
little Australia. We're tiny. And some great
25
goals.
million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just say
Yeah.
5 million?
I said 25.
Okay, I thought you said 5. I thought you were
No, it's because
the
we clashed when we were talking.
Yeah,
25 million people
25.
in Australia.
Not 5, 25. Yep.
25, that's right. So I think there are more people in London, to be honest.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's amazing. We've got 12 gold,
12 gold.
8 silver,
Yep.
and 7 bronze.
Nice.
And 10 of those gold medals have been won by the women. So
thank
got
God
that
for
whole
the women.
sisters are doing it for themselves thing.
They are.
Well done, women. Where would we be without you? It just shows that you're not only gold medalists at nagging and ball breaking, you're also fucking good at sport.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not being a misogynist because I'm giving you your props. So take them.
I'm just thinking about what you said. Where would we be without women? Well,
nobody'd be anywhere. You need the reproductive parts, you know?
We
you need the bun, you need the oven, you need the lovin', and you need the women.
We need those.
So,
you know what I mean? You know,
I know it, Jim. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It's okay to dream.
It is okay to dream. So, plenty of good gold medals for Australia.
Yep.
A few notable ones. I won't go through all of them because it just becomes a bit of a punish to go through 12 gold medals. But
I don't think so. I'll at least talk about the star that is it Jessica Fox? Something Fox?
Yes.
What a hottie. What a hottie. Like,
yes.
I watched that and I just thought it's nice to have a gold medalist, but when you got a gold medalist and she's smoking hot, that's just like a triple whammy. She should get extra gold for being a hot gold medalist.
It's a triple whammy. So she has won 2 golds in this Olympics. She won gold last Olympics as well, but in this Olympics she's actually won 2.
Wow.
She won a gold in the C1 and K1 canoe slalom.
Yeah, canoe.
So,
canoe.
If I'm in the jungle and I'm getting chased by a tribe of cannibals
and piranhas,
I want to jump in her canoe.
Yeah,
Jessica Fox.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in your canoe.
Oh, I'd love to jump in her canoe.
Oh, you would, I know. For different reasons. You're a bad doggy.
Well, even if there was no piranhas or tribal cannibals wanting to eat us, from Papua New Guinea. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say they're from Papua New Guinea. Cheers.
Shout out to Anzac's wife, Ariana. Just thought I'd add that because, we're really gassing up Jessica Fox here.
Yeah.
But listen, the other gold medals, Kaylee McEwen in the pool, okay? She's won 2 gold medals. So 100-meter breaststroke, and what else did she win? 200-meter backstroke, both golds. Yeah. Absolute great composure, as cool as ice.
Yeah.
Got the skills to pay the bills. She's got the whole box and dice.
Yeah.
Come with it. All killer, no filler.
Do you think they'll ever do a doggy paddle? The doggy paddle?
No, but if they do, I'm going to be the first person to put down my name because that's what I would be doing.
Yeah, are you better at doggy paddle or doggy style?
I'm doggy paddle. I'm absolutely terrible in the bedroom. I don't even medal.
I'll get a bronze for doggy style.
I don't even get that. I don't even get past the heats.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I often use Viagra, so I'm getting shafted out of the Olympics for using performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
That's how badly I'm going.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Mrs. Vinker.
Yeah. But
So
that's all right. That's all right. Cheers to
that's okay, mate. You just got to do what you can do to get by in this world. We're not all perfect. So, and there was a good redemption story here. One of the Australians who won the BMX,
Oh, yeah.
Saya, yes, Saya Kakakabara.
Say kakakabara.
Yes.
Kookaburra. Kookaburra. Okay. Can I have another barra? Cook up a kookaburra. That's what it is. It's cook up a kookaburra. Gotcha.
Saya Sakakabara.
Okay.
I learnt the name, so you don't have to.
No worries.
Anyway, so she won the gold, and her story is quite amazing and wonderful.
Yeah.
She crashed out of the Tokyo Olympics while in the BMX race and didn't medal. But she also had a brother.
Use the right word, crashed out.
Yeah, she literally crashed out. Yes, actually crashed.
Not just crashed out, she crashed out.
She crashed out physically, figuratively. So she had a brother in 2021, I believe. She still has that brother. He hasn't gone anywhere. But he had an accident while competing. Unfortunately, he got brain damage and had to learn a lot of the cognitive skills again. And it's been a hard road back.
Yeah.
So she dedicated that event to him and she won gold.
Wow.
So that is an amazing feel-good story. Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Shout out to the other women like Ariane Titmus and Molly O'Callaghan who won gold. And for the men, I guess we got Cameron McAvoy had to fly the gold somewhere, had to fly the flag for the men somewhere because, you know, we've only won 2 to the women's 10. So he had to go, hey, men, hey, women, we're not completely fucking useless. We can win a gold.
We can.
So, yes, he won gold in the 50-meter freestyle.
Oh, good. Yep.
And our other gold for the men came in the tennis with doubles with Matt Ebden and John Peers.
Yeah. That's a great, you know, for Olympic sport. I told Richie this. Doubles tennis is a really good Olympic sport. Almost like, you know, I know they shorten it as well. You only get 3 sets stuff, and you know there's 5 in the Grand Slams and stuff. But I like it. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
What else have you watched in the Olympics? Oh, we're still going.
Oh no, I watched a whole heap of things.
Yeah,
but I'm going to get to a great big juicy part, which has caused a massive shitstorm in the Olympics.
I know what you're talking about. It really has. It's turned sport, Olympics, you know, politics on its head. Hit me.
The women's, or is it the women's, boxing?
Yeah.
Now, this has knocked over a massive beehive on social media, in the village, throughout the media world.
Yeah.
Iman Khalif, who is an Algerian female boxer, supposedly,
you know,
has beaten Angela Carini in 46 seconds in the boxing.
The Italian.
Yes.
Who's a hottie?
Now,
can we throw in she's a hottie as well?
She is a hottie. I mean, a hottie.
Not that it matters, but it does matter.
No.
You know, not that it matters. No. It is the most important thing. She's a hottie.
It's part of the narrative.
Yeah.
You can add it as part of the narrative. I'm not mad at it, but listen, there's been a massive shitstorm on social media. People going, how dare men beat up on women, and this shouldn't be allowed, and is this person transgender? I'm here to set the record straight.
Yeah.
This is not a cut and dry situation.
No, cut and dry.
This, my friend, is a nuanced, layered fucking onion.
Yeah.
Layer upon layer upon layer upon layer.
Yeah. It's an onion, all right.
So here's the situation.
All right. What do you reckon?
Women have XX chromosomes in their body.
Oh, yep.
Men have XY chromosomes
Oh,
in
yep.
their body.
Yep. It's like biology 101, you know?
Correct. So they call certain people a DSD person, in this case, a DSD athlete, which is Exhibit A, Iman Khalif, who has a hole, not a pole. She is a woman. She has a vagina.
Ah.
Okay.
So if Crocodile Dundee was there, right? Let's say he was
Yes.
there, you know, back in the 80s. And
Mm.
remember in the scene where he just grabbed the meat and potatoes to check,
Yeah.
you know,
Check.
he wouldn't be
Yes.
grabbing meat and potatoes. He'd be grabbing nothing. Well, you know, he'd be grabbing.
The mantra
meat.
I like to go by, my guideline
Yeah.
and reference point is,
Yep.
if it has an apple, there's usually a banana.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But does she have an apple and no banana? I thought
it's
she had an
irrelevant.
Adam's apple.
She
doesn't have an
irrelevant.
Ah.
I'll tell you why it's irrelevant.
Okay, tell me. I thought she had an Adam's apple.
She has
an Adam's apple and no banana.
She has a vagina.
She's got a vagina. Good.
She has female reproductive parts.
Oh, she's got the bits too. So she just doesn't
She's got the bits and bobs. We're getting to all the nuts and bolts.
Was she
puns included?
Was she born a woman?
Born a woman.
Born a woman.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. She's born a woman.
Born a woman.
With XY chromosomes in her system.
Ah. Okay.
And therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
So the situation is, there's a terminology going around as a DSD athlete, which is difference in sexual development athlete.
Yeah.
Which is her. Now, somebody with this condition currently makes up 2% of the world's population.
Oh, that's a bit high. You sure it's 2%? That sounds like too much.
Your boy has done his research.
Yeah, wow. Okay. So
we'd
all know a DSD trans athlete. Or not trans.
But she's not trans. That's the thing.
She's not
trans. Not transsexual. Because transsexuals, when you got a pole and you're dressing up as a hole.
Yeah.
So not trans.
Yeah.
So born with a vagina.
Born with a vag.
Not trans.
Not tranny.
Has female reproductive system.
Yep.
But has XY chromosomes.
Yep.
And that's the problem. And unfortunately, I can see both sides of the tale.
Yeah.
So I can understand women saying, well, this person has an unfair advantage because they do have higher levels of testosterone.
Yeah.
They do have greater strength. They do have certain advantages that males have.
Yeah, bone density, lung capacity. There's a couple of things. Yep.
Now, the global average, and I checked this from more than one source, is that on average, the straight up level average is that out of men and women, men have 160% more powerful punching ability than women, more strength.
Okay.
That is their strength advantage, 160% on average.
We're not talking about a little bit. We're talking a huge amount,
So you've got, but it also takes another turn. Just because that statistic is in play doesn't mean that Iman Khalif has 160% more strength than a woman.
No.
It just means that she's got incrementally more strength.
Yeah.
Just in certain areas. Now, you've had certain people on social media going, this is an outrage, this is an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have men fighting women in the Olympics. Guess what? It's not a man fighting a woman. And the unfortunate thing is you're getting celebrities and high-profile people putting
Like
this
us.
out onto the internet.
Celebrities and high-profile people. That's us, is it?
Not us.
Not us. Okay.
Not today. Not ever.
Not
But
ever. Yeah.
the thing is,
Yeah.
the world's full of morons.
Yeah. No, I
So
agree with
a
that.
lot of people will eat this shit up like a bulldog into porridge and just run with the story because they don't have minds of their own.
Yeah.
One such person
Yeah.
who put out more than one tweet into the ether and into the internet was none other than J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you don't know the first fucking thing about boxing, even though you might not feel as though you need to know it, given the situation.
She's
But
British,
please do a bit of research.
British people are pretty good at boxing, though. British.
Yeah, but you got to do your research before you're calling it misogynistic and that it's a man fighting a woman, because it's technically not.
Yeah.
Just a whole wide range of sweeping generalizations. If I was to give any advice to J.K. Rowling, I'd just stick to your lane and keep talking about school kids flying around on broomsticks in their lunch break.
She's good at that. Yeah, she's good at that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Stick to that. Yeah. That's your lane.
Yeah.
So, just to add a bit of context to this.
Yeah.
The person who was beaten, Angela Carini of Italy.
Hottie.
The smoke show, as you rightly put out, Exhibit B.
Yeah.
Aman Khalif being Exhibit A.
Yeah.
So,
Aman Khalif
Exhibit B went into the boxing with high hopes of winning a gold medal because her father passed away.
Yeah.
Before the Olympics. Very sad, unfortunate.
Yep.
Unfortunately, she got beaten in 46 seconds.
Yeah.
So, that's just about as much time to go to the fridge, grab a tinny, open it, scratch your nuts 3 times, have a quick skull, and wipe your beard.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, lost in 46 seconds, she started crying on the canvas.
Crying. Bawling.
And shouting out in Italian, "This is not fair.
Yeah.
This is not fair."
Yeah. It's more when you say that in Italian than English,
I know, but I can't say it in
Everything
Italian.
sounds more dramatic in Italian than English. Everything.
Yeah, it does.
It's not fair sounds like it's not fair. But in Italian, it's like, the pizza.
You got to use the hand movements.
Yeah.
That's right. You did well.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
The thing with that is I feel sorry for the girl. She had a few. It was like 2 massive punches, and she quickly went to a corner, said, "No more. I'm done." She effectively quit, but it was under, immense pressure. And I know people are going to come at me and say she quit. It wasn't quitting. It's a man. It's not a man.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of situations here. I feel bad for Carini. I love her backstory. I love her dedication. I feel sad for her.
She's a hottie.
But I'm also going to add some context to this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's not like Khalif is Ivan Drago dressed as Wonder Woman. Now, I'm not defending somebody who has elevated levels of testosterone competing, but as a reference point, in 2018 at the Women's Boxing Championship, Khalif finished 17th.
Yep.
In the Tokyo Olympics, Khalif finished 4th.
Okay.
She didn't medal.
Yeah.
So everyone who has this energy now, where was that energy 3 years ago at the COVID Olympics?
Well, she didn't have an Italian screaming, "It's not fair."
That's exactly right. That's a great point.
Another thing, is Khalif going to get a shot at the gold?
She's got to keep winning her matches. We don't know.
I hope she does. I hope she does.
Yeah.
And then right at the end of it, when she wins the gold, she drops her pants and shows everybody her minge. And then that'll just shut everybody up. Don't you
That'll
reckon?
shut everyone up.
Shut everybody up, you know? Like,
she can place the gold medal next to it.
She'll win. She'll go, there's been a lot of controversy about me. Boom, minge. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. So she also then in 2022 finished second at the Women's World Boxing Championship.
Yep.
Now, here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
She won a couple of African gold medals, like at an African championship in 2023. But here's the interesting point.
Okay.
2023, she got disqualified from the Women's World Boxing Champion tournament.
Yep.
For having XY chromosomes.
Okay, so they test for that now. I didn't know you could have XY chromosome and be born a woman. I didn't know that could happen. Like,
well, this is the thing. She's born a woman. She has XY chromosomes. She's known as a DSD athlete, and a DSD person makes up 2% of the population, has X and Y chromosomes, despite being born a female.
Yeah, wow. Okay, yep.
Now, she wasn't actually tested for steroids. She wasn't tested for elevated levels of testosterone. They know that it's there because she's got XY chromosomes in her. Yep. But she was given her marching orders from the tournament by the IBA, which is the International Boxing Association.
Yep.
And the problem now is the IOC, the International Olympic Commission, said, well, she's a woman on a passport. She's got women's reproductive parts. She's got a vagina.
Yep.
She can be part of the Olympics.
Oh, yep. And
now when Karini gets beaten, everyone jumps on the bandwagon that she's a man.
Yeah.
I understand the point that, hey, I've got no problem with her not competing. I understand people saying it's not fair. I get it. But there's two sides to the story. If you're her, you're like, hey, I was born with these advantages.
Yeah.
They're not my fault.
Yeah. It's like it's a genetic advantage in a way that you're born with.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. And like, you don't say to a basketballer, oh, you can't play in the NBA because you're 7 foot tall.
Yeah. You know?
But there is a difference here because in the NBA, you're not punching somebody in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can if you want, but it's not your job, you know.
But to add further context to this layered onion.
Further, Jesus. Oh, I thought this was over like 5 minutes ago.
Mate, we've gone deep.
I've used all my jokes on this woman. I've used them all. We're still going, you know.
Oh, okay. Mate, I'm still here in your pit crew. We're going Titanic deep.
Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Let's keep going. She better win the gold after this. Okay. Come on.
She better. You're getting a lot of airtime in Khalif.
Yeah.
So her amateur record is 37 wins, 9 losses, no draws, and 5 wins via knockout.
Okay, yep. That's good, but it's not perfect. It's far from amazing, you know.
Thank you. And that's part of my point.
10 minutes, cuz.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Beautiful.
Ding, ding, ding,
beautiful.
Ding.
That's part of my point, is the fact that she's not some big prime mover knocking over a opposition at a blistering rate. Let me repeat that. 37 wins, 9 losses, and 5 wins via KO.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. So, and then, wow, it made her out, all the news made her out to be just knocking everybody left, right, and center, like that episode of South Park. You remember that episode of South Park where they had that dude? And it was just
Yeah. They've actually shown a few clips of that since.
yeah. It's timeless stuff. That yeah.
What I will say
I'll let you
quickly,
finish, man. I'll let you finish.
yeah, what I will say quickly, they could have avoided all of this mess
Yeah.
back in 2000, because before the 2000 Olympics,
Okay.
there
Sydney.
used to be,
Yeah.
yes, there used to be a swab test whereby they used to take a swab from the inside cheek of the female's cheek,
Only
from their
female.
spit.
Only
Yeah.
Yep.
And only females.
Yeah.
And what they would do is, if there were XY chromosomes from
Okay.
the spit and they identified a DSD female, then they'd say, no, you're not competing.
Wow. And they do it before the fight, you know?
Before the Olympics, before any tournament.
Wow. Okay.
Unfortunately, the IOC and the IBA, they said, they gave in to the loud minority of activists who said it's not fair, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Obviously, they've opened a Pandora's box with this.
Yeah.
They can't go back on their word.
Yeah.
They can, but they'll probably be too egotistical to.
Yeah.
You know, these corporations, oh, we're not doing a backflip now.
Yeah.
And they probably can't afford to, because the court of public opinion will probably absolutely scorch them with the Olympic torch. So anyway, a lot of levels to this thing. I'll just add one more moment. Yeah. I know I'm taking up a lot of time with this, but it's a juicy story.
It's very juicy. It's got lots of stuff in it. Yep, go.
There is one other athlete in the female village who's also a boxer, who's also a DSD athlete. There are two of them. But, you know, she's sneaking out the side door going, oh, yeah, don't put the hot white spotlight on me. Just place it on Khalif right now, because I'm going to keep a low profile. She'll probably get one of those disguises with the black glasses and the little moustache.
Yeah. She probably can grow a moustache, you know?
Probably can.
Yeah. She'll just grow her own.
She's a Chinese Taipei fighter by the name of Yu Ting Lin.
Oh, what a name! A Chinese Taiwanese, or Taiwanese Chinese, or just straight Taiwan?
Chinese Taipei. It said Chinese Taipei, but
Taipei.
Anyway, so probably Taipei. But
Taipei.
Her record is 41 wins. 14 losses, no draws, and 1 KO. So she ain't knocking the froth off a milkshake.
Yeah.
And
she doesn't have meat and potatoes. She's got the minge.
She's got the minge. She's in the same bracket as Iman Khalif. So they can probably go to a bar, share a cocktail, and trade war stories.
Yeah, war stories. Yeah.
Have a big psychological venting session and say, how the fuck are we getting through this thing together?
Well,
let's work the yin and the yang and do this together, baby.
Yeah. I don't know whether they speak the same languages. They'll have to find some common ground. Well, they got lots of common ground, but, you know, like, maybe they'll just have to Google Translate. You know, that's all right.
This being said, I hope they knock over the entire fucking bee's nest.
Me too.
Cause a hurricane. Shockwave through the Twitterverse. I hope they both win fucking gold.
Me too.
And really trigger a whole heap of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Me too.
I'll only add one last
my goodness. You've said I'll only add one last thing the past four times. Okay.
Hey, buddy. I told you it was a fucking onion, and I wasn't wrong.
It's an onion, all right.
We were going Titanic on this deep dive, fool.
Yeah.
So, because I've provided the amateur record of the other two, I feel it's only right that I provide Angela Carini's amateur record.
Hottie.
84 wins, 23 losses, no draws, and 4 KOs, 4 wins via KO.
Okay.
And her only loss via KO, important point, was the one to Khalif in the Olympics.
Okay.
So there we go. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting, right?
Very, very interesting. And I for me to end it, I think there's going to be, more trans coming into Olympics. Like that's what's going to happen, right?
Well, she's not trans, but that's the problem. I don't agree with transgender.
But are we going to
fighting.
But are we going to see dudes fighting in the women's boxing? Are we?
No, you'll never see that. For the record, let me state, I don't believe in trans fighters fighting women. I don't believe in males fighting women. This is an exceptional case. Maybe she shouldn't be fighting. Maybe both of them shouldn't be fighting. Maybe they should. But greater minds than myself or half of these pseudo-experts, 99% of these pseudo-experts on Twitter need to work it out. Maybe there needs to be a testosterone quota or a certain guideline.
Or the Crocodile Dundee test.
Correct.
But before you go in, it's some guy's job wearing a big hat to grab and just like,
the good old Christmas hold.
I could do it.
Yeah.
I could do that job. I could do that job. I could be the Crocodile Dundee meat and potatoes checker. Yeah.
I'm sure you have before. So
yeah.
Anyway, at the end of the day, it's a case of watch this space.
Yeah.
Before we go, because I know there's only 10 minutes or less now.
There's 2 minutes, 30 seconds. She might as well pick up all the time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah. Tell us.
I want to do just a very quick Olympic session on the NRL, my version of NRL Olympics. The 3 most disappointing sides this year are coming in with the bronze, the Knights, who in 2023 finished 5th. 2024, they've come in 12th.
Yeah.
That's a drop of 7 spots.
Yeah.
Silver, the Warriors. Last year they came 4th.
Yeah.
This year they're 13th.
Yeah.
That's a drop of 12 positions.
Shocking.
And in it gold needs no introduction. The Broncos, 2nd last year, sitting 14th this year. That's a drop of 12 positions.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, well, it just makes me feel great seeing them suck.
Yeah.
And Pies won. What do you reckon about that? Mighty Pies won yesterday. They play Sydney this Friday. And
they're a huge shot at beating them. Sydney lost by over 100 points, and we've lost last 4 of our last 5, I believe.
You really think they're a big shot at beating Sydney? Hot Pies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Sydney have watched they've done a Manly.
Yeah.
They've fucked up a table lead that was huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've fucked up like this big lead that they've had, and they've now got a few mental and physical issues. They've got to put this together quick.
Well, I think, Pies have to win all their games to make the 8.
Yeah.
We'll do a bit of a special on, I thought
will.
Big Grovesy in to talk about the Aussie rules and the top 8. And I asked him, he said, yeah, definitely our Aussie rules specialist. What do you reckon?
Sounds bloody good.
Yeah.
No,
when we got the top 8 of the Aussie rules and top 8 of rugby league as well, and have a big deep dive,
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee, nutsack.
The big Christmas hold. Yeah. All the nuts and bolts and transgender and non-binary and pronouns. We've had it all this podcast. It's been a fucking mixed bag.
Wearing hats. You got to do it.
Hats. Yeah.
Rui,
absolutely.
legend.